We have about 100 pieces between the two, the necklace and the bracelet. But we're going to move on for color. Obviously, color has been very popular in this show with the beautiful blue simulated, the sapphire. But here we go with absolute created ruby.
Can I make a special mention?
You do whatever you want.
I would like to make a special mention
I'm not holding you back.
To those of you in the back that are shooting the videos of those rings tonight, because it looks amazing.
Oh, wow.
It looks really...
We all got nervous.
Right, it looks really white.
Yeah.
And it's showcasing up close, you know, exactly how the ring looks. So if I can make a quick description as we're looking at this, we'll get back to the ruby, but look at the uniformity of that color, the intensity of that color, and look at the stones on the side. Those are shield cut absolute. So, you know, when in cutting side stones, in making a piece of jewelry really special, unique, and different, you can only do it by changing small details. So from a distance, you know, it looks like, you know, side stones, they're doing their job. They're there to really frame the color. But it's actually, when you look up close that ring, it has a slight split shank that opens up to grab those shields. Those shields are cut to perfection. You know, they're step-cut stones, so they're about luster, they're about mirror-like color, and then, boom.
Oh,
then
wow.
you get the impact of the ruby in the center. So what, you know, you can see ruby that looks like, you know, you can see a ruby that looks totally opaque and pink. If it's a ruby, it's a ruby.
Right.
Now, a
lot less expensive.
Oh, sure. And then, like, even a few $100s. But there are rubies that cost millions of dollars. And there are rubies that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what are we looking for in the color of a ruby? We're looking for the intensity of the red. That it's called pigeon blood because it's a sort of a deep, rich red. It's not black. It's not pink.
Oh, wait, it's not. So what I'm noticing about this, though, is that you've got that deep red, but when you move it, you see flashes of different colors. Is that?
Flashes, but that stone, if we look at it, can we look at it on your hand just for a moment?
Absolutely.
Because this is a nice representation. There's no black in the stone.
No, there isn't.
It's all red, and the reflection that's coming from underneath is sort of that lighter red, but it doesn't lose any of its fire when it sparkles. It's very vibrant. So that is the ideal red that you can look for in a ruby. There's nothing better.
Oh,
if you were to ask, if money was no object again, and you were to ask, can I have the most special color of ruby, that's exactly what you should expect. Except that if you were to ask that, you would have to look very, very hard. If I look at any of the very high-end gem shows in the world, the stone that you see the least is the ruby.
Really?
The least.
Is that because it's the most difficult to source?
You can't source them anymore. And there aren't that many. There's no open mines that produces Burmese rubies that have this color. So here again, it's all about this idea of experience. Am I having the experience of the ruby? I'm offering you, I'm presenting you, I'm proposing to you to have the experience of wearing a ruby in its best form.
Okay, well, as you're shopping, I'd love to go to, so many people want to talk to you, Mr.
Okay.
Or Monsieur Dousset.
Stop calling Monsieur Dousset.
I'm showing you some respect.
It makes me feel old.
Okay, Jean. All right, we're going to welcome Mary, who's calling from Connecticut, and she got the cashmere sapphire that we're showing that everybody loves. I'm just kind of... So, hi, Mary. You're on live with Jean Dousset.
Well, hi.
Well, hi, Mary. How are you?
Well, my name is Mary Jean. My mother's family was from Paris, the Dousset.
Oh,
very nice.
And
very
so
nice.
when I saw your name being pronounced Jean, I said, oh, yes, I remember my mother calling me that.
See, because in the States, everybody calls you Mary Jean, right?
Yeah, Mary Jean.
They call me Jean all day, and that's okay.
Do they really?
Of course.
Oh.
But, yeah, I couldn't sleep. I just having a hard time sleeping. So
that's
I
what
said,
we're here
just
for.
Get up. And tearing you guys on, and oh my gosh, I just couldn't resist that blue cashmere, you call it, ring. Oh, it's just adorable.
It's incredible.
Incredible. And
thank you.
I know what I just so appreciative of you bringing such fine-looking jewelry to us for the prices that you do. I don't know how you do it, but it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
I could never have afforded to be buying, I have in the past bought some of these gemstones, but I don't anymore. But it's like, oh my gosh, they're just so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And Mary, I think the reason why he can do that is because the partnership with HSN, and we do a volume business that obviously you don't do in your store in Los Angeles.
Right.
Not volume, it's zero volume.
I have to say, I've just discovered. I mean, I know you've been on TV for 30 years or whatever, but I have avoided trying to spend money on TV because I like to touch things and see things and everything. But it's like I discovered you this winter because I live in Connecticut and we had a terrible, long, boring winter, and I just kept buying off of HSN. I bought hundreds of items, but I mean, I am having so much fun now that spring is finally here, and I'm wearing these beautiful
and you get
jewelry,
to wear it
and
now.
I get so many compliments. And the clothes and whatever, but it's like the jewelry. Oh my God, it makes me so beautiful. I sit there and play with my jewelry now, like
isn't that nice?
A kid would play with his toys. I mean, it's like this is like a child playing with toys. I'm looking at them all and imagining wearing them with what outfit, and I'm just having such a ball. And this one is going to be so beautiful for me because I bought a lot of blue clothes.
You are so enthusiastic. We want to welcome you to HSN, and I hope that you continue to shop with us
Mary.
through the years. We've been here for many, many years, over 30 years, but she's new.
I think that there is a fantasy-like attachment with jewelry that women have that nobody else understands. Just like when I create an engagement ring, I meet women that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. They've been thinking of that ring forever. But I love that because it's ingrained. There's something about jewelry that
Prince Charming has arrived, and they're getting that ring, they're getting that wedding.
And I like that. You know what? This last few years have made a romantic out of me again.
Oh, really? I know you've had your ups and downs, as I have.
My ups and downs, but very much
I'm having it down right now.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's not good right now for me.
But it happens. But you see, when I worked Plasmodome and I saw stones that look like this, I thought it was moving.
Yeah.
Because when you see what nature creates so perfectly, just like that, so perfectly, fusion, heat, pressure, all of a sudden creates a stone that when you bring it out of the ground and you polish it, it turns into beauty.
Incredible.
But think about it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's not painting. It's not. It's something that nature's created. That's very rare.
How did they figure out how to cut that first stone to get that color out of it? That's the amazing part to me. Just trial and error. There must have been a lot of.
A lot of trial and error. And 100 years ago, having a diamond, period, was very important. It was like very precious. There was no colors and no clarities, and you know what I mean?
It was just a diamond.
This is a diamond.